Yeah, well, hello everybody, and welcome to this little video clip. So basically what I'm going to do is just explain to you that now that lockdown's been extended a while, we've been really trying to ask the Lord and seek His face on what this looks like as far as the children's ministry goes. So one of the things that we're about to do just before the lockdown started was look towards a new curriculum. And so Jess, myself, and one or two of the other core leaders have spent some time doing this, and we've come up with this amazing curriculum that I believe you're going to enjoy. I believe you're going to have fun preparing and being a part of it. It's an online curriculum. It's called Dig In, is the kind of format that it's designed for. And we're doing a section of that, or a curriculum within that, called God's Heart. And it really is all about children living out their daily life, shining God through their lives and the way they live. It's a wonderful curriculum. I'm going to explain to you exactly how it's going to work. It's all online based. So moms and dads, as well as our children's equipping team, all of you will receive your own user ID, which you can go into the online platform and get the material and choose what parts of the material you want to do. But I'll explain more about that just now. But just to say that we've chosen this because it's something that you moms and dads, while we're in lockdown, can start doing in this time. Also because we don't know how long this lockdown is going to actually be lasting for, or how long it's going to affect our church services. And then when lockdown's over and we're back in action as per normal, we can just pick up from where you moms and dad have left off. And what also makes it exciting is that there's so many different elements of each and every lesson that our teachers are no ways going to be able to complete every aspect in 1 week at Sunday school. So, or in our children's equipping time, which means that you moms and dads will be able to also then go into that curriculum and pick out different aspects that maybe the teachers didn't cover, just to continue the cycle through the week and focusing on what the core lesson was that we've learned each week. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you're looking forward to it, and I trust that it's going to be a good time for you. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to enjoy it. And remember that the Lord will enable you with everything you need to be able to do this. So let's take a look at what it looks like more specifically. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you a little bit about the curriculum we're going to be using. It's called Dig In. That's the format that it's used, and it's really built to be customized and to be used online, which makes it the perfect option for this time that we're still in lockdown, as well as something we can continue as the children's equipping team once we get back and are starting to join again. So the particular curriculum we're going to be doing within this Dig In is called The Heart of God. And it really is just about living out and shining God's light in our everyday lives. So what I'm going to do now is just to give you an idea of how this Dig In works. I'm going to just show you a little video clip which gives an overview of it, and that will give you some idea of how the curriculum actually works.
What if Sunday school publishers finally understood your ministry is unique and curriculum should adapt to you rather than the other way around? And what if you could make every lesson a perfect fit for your ministry with just a few clicks? This is interesting. Oh, and what if the curriculum worked in whatever classroom format you use? Age-graded, one room, large group, small group? Hey, you can even switch the classroom format from one service to the next. Now that is cool. And look at these great lesson options. Lots of different activities and games to reinforce the lesson point that leads to deep Bible learning. Both kids and teachers will love this. And nothing makes you happier than when they're happy. What if you could tailor lessons to match how each of your teachers is naturally wired? Let's say Patty loves crafts, so I'll add those to her lesson. And wouldn't it be great if adding or cutting the lesson to fit your meeting time was actually easy? Like so easy, you actually enjoyed it. And imagine if all your teachers had to do to get their lessons was to log in, download, and print. Oh, this will be a lifesaver when there's a last-minute sub. Your teachers could even teach from a mobile device. And what if lessons were multisensory, experiential, and stuck with kids long after they're out the door and back into everyday life? That would make it all so worth it. What if every Sunday morning your teachers saw kids digging deep into Bible learning, excited about coming back for more? Teachers would see they're making a difference in the lives of their kids, and that makes for happy, sign up again volunteers, which makes for a happy, fulfilled you. Wouldn't that all be wonderful? Happy teachers, happy kids, happy you. Dig in. It'll make you smile.
So as you saw on the video clip, there's different activities which you can add or subtract from the core basis of the lesson. So if you have a look at these three icons, this one over here will always be on the lesson as it is already. So will the core Bible discovery be there. And so will this one over here about the life application wrap-up. Now these three in essence are the core of what the lesson is all about. And then to add to the core aspects, being the introduction, the Bible core, and the life application, there's a choice of either a music video over here, which will usually be a worship song or two, which you can follow. There's lyrics and children singing. They're great fun. Then there'll be about the talk about video over here, which is pretty much a video clip that just substitutes the lesson and helps to prove or to explain one of the points. It's related to the main points in the Bible core. You then have the object lesson, which would be doing the same thing, only this time it would be based on a particular object that a lesson is taught from that relates to the core Bible discovery. Then over here you have an activity called Deeper Bible, and this is if you have children that want to go deeper into the Bible and look at, you know, maybe a different level of knowledge about that particular Bible passage, then the Deeper Bible would be recommended for there. You then have this area over here, this activity here, which is a high energy game. Most of the time this would be a game that would be best suited for outside or in a big area. And of course the game would be pointed in some way towards the lesson as well. Then you have the low energy game, which does exactly what the high energy game does. It's just that the area that you can do the low energy game in is obviously more ideal for a smaller room setting, maybe inside, maybe during lockdown. That's the kind of game you want to play. But again, the lessons from the game, or the game, would be around teaching a truth which relates to the lesson. We then have the craft section over here, the craft activity. And this would be like a little handcraft or something like that that engages the children using motor skills and all that kind of thing that they can do, which again relates to the Bible discovery lesson. And then of course there'll be the take home section, which once we're back and meeting together on Sundays, this would be what would be sent to you moms and dads. But for children's equipping team, this would be something that you would include in your lesson too. So I hope that this has given you some idea of how these activity blocks work. What I'm going to do is just explain to you how you're going to access the material that's online and put your lessons together. So to start off with, I've created classes, as you can see in this drop-down box. And for the equipping team, I've called your classes by your names. There's Amy, Clarissa. I've included helpers and teachers. So there's Amy, Clarissa, Emily, myself, Jazz, Jessie, Julie, Keeman, Kim, Lucy, Mark, Mickey, Natalie, and Sarah. And then for moms and dads, I've created classrooms for your family name. So you'll see there's one for Haddad here, there's one for the Handysides, Jackson, there's one for the Mbeles, one for the Stevensons. So basically what happens with these class names is each one will have a username attached to it, and that username I've created and will send to you, and you will receive an email with that username on it. So the email will come in the form of this email over here. It says Digging Administration. So you double click on it or open it up, and you'll see, I mean, I've just created, my name is GD, so I can tell the difference between what's for me and what's for the actual administration of the whole program. And then it tells you, Graham Haddad has invited you to register as a teacher for the Dig-In at Connections Church. Once you've completed registration, you'll be able to view and download lessons for this curriculum. So you read through the email, and then you just click this aspect over here, which says accept the invite. It will then open onto the screen, and then you need to choose a password that you would be able to use for this. And this password needs to have a capital letter in it and be at least 7 digits long. Then you just click acknowledge, and then you go to submit, and that will open you up. Sorry, just clear that. That will open you up to this like welcoming page to the Dig-In curriculum. Once you're at this page, you go to this tab called Lesson Builder, which will open up the platform where you see, where you see all your options that you can actually choose. So remember, as I said to you earlier, the core of what will be in each lesson will be the opening, will be the Bible core, and will be the wrap-up. And then these elements here are all the ones that you can choose for what you want to add to your page. And what you can do with each of these ones is, if you want to just see what it's about, to get an idea, to see if you want it in your lesson or not, you click on view, and that will give you an opportunity. Over here you can see that these are 3 praise songs because we clicked on the music videos. So here we can have a look at them and just see if this is something we want to include in our lesson that we're doing. So this particular song, push play so you can watch it and see it. And a lot of the songs are very much like this, where they children dancing, singing lyrics, etc. Okay, obviously there's a little bit of a delay here that's going on just because it's loading live as we do it. But it gives you some idea of the kinds of things that you can do and you can choose. So let's just close this. So you can do that for that. You can do it for the talk about videos. Maybe you want to see what the object lesson is about. You can open it up, and it tells you what supplies you'll need. It gives you an idea for a song that you can play, and you can follow the whole thing down, see what it looks like, see how to do it, and then decide yes or no, I don't want to put that in my lesson, or I do. And so you can do that for each and every one of these things, and we'll tell you exactly what you need to know about them. And based on that, you can decide whether you want to include it into your lesson or not. So for me, as I look at these 3 core elements, I know that I think I would like to add in some music. I think I would like to add in a low energy game. And I think I would probably like to add in a craft, just because I know, for instance, the kids I've got, they're going to enjoy doing that. They'll like that. Oh, and and there are some that perhaps would like to watch the video too. So now I've got all the elements over here, and now I can just decide what my order of my lesson is going to be. So I could start with the opening, or I could even start with the game. Let's start with the opening, then maybe do the game, then maybe do some of the songs. You could choose which of those songs you want to do, because it will give you that option when you open it up. then have the core lesson, then maybe do a craft, and here we've got the video. I think we'll do this maybe just after the core lesson, so that we can actually see the core lesson and then see a video that supports what the core lesson was all about. Or you could put the core lesson on that side and then go through the Bible. It would be up to you how you wanted to do it. Then maybe do the craft and then end off, of course, with a bit of a wrap up. Then once you've chosen all the things that you want in your lesson, you click on this tab over here, which is Publish. It asks, do you want to copy these blocks every time you do this? And you can decide yes or no. In my case, I'd say no, because I'd prefer to see each one each week before I decide what I want to do. And then once you see this Unpublished tab, you know that it's been published. So this lesson's been published. So you go to the top again of your page and you click on Published Lessons. And under there, you basically see there your lesson is. That's what it's about. And then you can either preview your lesson over here or download it in Word or download it on PDF. And that's pretty much how you can do it. And then from that PDF, you could either have it on an electronic device or you could print out the hard copy if you wanted to. And so have your lesson in both those formats. Everything's been pretty clear. But if not, you can always go to the bottom of your page and you'll find this little tab over here that says Help Center. You can click on the Help Center and you can find all video clips and all kinds of things to help you. So what I would suggest you did over here is you perhaps go to the Getting Started, and then you can look through these different aspects over here. And if you click on this one over here, Getting Started with Dig-In for Teachers, you'll find that you are able to see and watch various videos to basically explain some of the stuff that we've been talking about today. So I trust that this is going to help you. I trust that it's going to be a good time for you to just learn a few new skills, to spend time with your children. And yeah, it will be great if we are able to basically be able to do this and then continue it as we go back into our lesson time once the lockdown's finished. Well, mums and dads and children's equipping team, I hope this little tutorial on this new curriculum's been helpful, and I trust that as you work through it and as you get used to how it all works, it will become easier and you'll become more au fait with it. But I really do think it's a wonderful curriculum that gives us lots of opportunities to be ourselves, to be flexible, to cater for the time limits we have, to cater for the needs our children have. So please, don't hesitate to call me or contact me. You can either get me on my cell phone 074 1140 045, or you can email me graham@connectionschurch.co.za if you have any questions whatsoever or any clarity on anything that we've chatted about in this, anything that we've spoken about in this video clip. So thanks again for your participation and your partnership and co-laboring as we minister unto the children, and by serving the Lord by ministering unto the children. And I just pray and trust that it would be a good, enriching time for both you and your children. God bless.